Alright everyone, and welcome back to Season 15 of AOR F1. And yeah, we are here for Malaysia today, but yeah, this is just to quickly show you why there wasn't an Austria video. As you can see, we're right down in second to last place, and P1R Brown is lagging there in front of us. And get into the final corner, and the screen freezes there, and then it spits us out in a really nice place there. And yeah, we're into the wall, and yeah, I really could not be bothered to keep going because I knew I was just going to be at the back, and yeah, there's likely to be more lag problems, so I really just could not be bothered to carry on with this one, which is a huge shame because Austria is one of my favourite tracks, and yeah, that was a missed opportunity for some good points there, I think, but well, certainly some points anyway. But yeah, we move on now then to Malaysia, the 12th round out of 15, so already right down now towards the end of the season. And yep, yeah, this is likely actually to be the last time we ever race at Malaysia, which is quite sad to say, because I think it is probably my favourite of the Tilka tracks. And yeah, it is going to be a big shame to see it go. Obviously it's gone in real life, so that's why. And yeah, in real life it always seems to like have somewhat decent races, I'd say. Like the last few years it's always been quite a reliable sort of like good race, so it's a big shame for well, for the sport, I'd say. But yeah, I'd say like for us on the games it was sort of good for us around like 2012, 2013, but on like the newer generation it hasn't really gone too well for us. Something just hasn't really clicked, but still sad to see it go. And yeah, hopefully see it off today then with a good result. You may also notice that the mic quality is a bit better. Hopefully will. I've got a new one now. I'm not sure if I'm going to have to edit it or not, because obviously with my old one I had to like edit it a bit so that it sounded better, but like you may not notice there's like that much of a difference, so I may not have to edit it. So yeah, yeah, you may not notice it, but it will most likely save me time when sort of editing, so that's quite good. And yeah, I'm a lot happier with this one actually, so yeah, hopefully it does sound a bit better. But yeah, we come to the line now then, and yeah, has obviously, as you can see, been raining. We were down the field though. It was Tyrrell Martin on pole though from the Flying Finn, and Evo in third. Our teammate was in fifth there, but we were down unfortunately in 15th place, which really isn't unusual for us this season, unfortunately. But yeah, hopefully we can get a good result in the race. And yeah, we're going to now then a dry start, but then light rain, then heavy rain, then heavier than heavy rain. So yeah, you don't see that symbol too often, but looks like we're seeing it here today then. So looking like the full wet tyres are going to be in use at some point, and just deciding really what tyre to start on here, just trying to determine when it would actually go over to like wet tyres, or inters at least. I decided to go with the super soft tyres. I didn't imagine we'd be on these for too long before the rain, so decided to go with it. We've got the lights going on now then, and away we go for yeah, the last time in Malaysia. And it is, I'd say, a pretty good start from us there. And yeah, we're going to be on the inside towards turn 1, which you don't always have when you're on an odd number on the grid. But yeah, we're on the inside then for turn 1, and certainly need contact there with Joe, but we managed to get away with it. And then running outside of turn 2, and we have managed to make up 3 positions then. So again, a decent start from us there. And yeah, just looking at the weather report, and there was no information, so yeah, that's never a good sign. So yeah, we were looking at the inside there of Joe, and yeah, couldn't quite make it through there, as round turns 5 and 6 then, and can be a bit difficult on heavy fuel, so I was quite cautious through there. And you'll be able to see actually that it's already raining, so that's why there was no information, because it was already here. And yeah, it looks like super soft tyres were probably the right way to go then. We won't be on these tyres for very long, I can't imagine. As we ended up going down the outside then, as there was contact there in front of us between Simon and Reynolds, and I think Limitless was trying to pass on the inside there as we sort of dived down the outside. So yeah, we've all managed to sort of, well, certainly we did manage to stay where we were, but Limitless is now passed around the outside then in, I think, 10-11 there. I think we had a little bit of a bump there from LGS, but luckily no damage for him there by the looks of things, as he does try to pass us around the outside then in the penultimate corner, but we managed to hang on to that position. It's all getting very close in front of us then, and we'll see if we can sort of stick with this group then, because they're sort of battling for the final few points positions here then. as we're going to try and go around the outside there of Joe, as he was sort of on the inside of Limitless there, and yeah, we couldn't make it through there, but we are going to get a nice slipstream though down the pit straight. But it does look like a few people in front of us are going to get a slipstream as well here. Then we'll look to the inside. Obviously got to be quite careful on the brakes here, as it is getting wetter all the time, but yeah, we couldn't quite make it stick there, and yeah, we stay in 13th place for the time being. Have made it 2 places though, so it has been a decent start from us. And on to lap 3, and it is really stayed the same so far for us then, but then we actually outbrake ourselves there, and I wasn't trying to go for a move, but I kind of had to, just so I avoided running into the back from there. So yeah, didn't manage to get through, and yeah, sorry to Joe if you watched this, because that was not meant to be a dive bomb there, but had to do it to avoid running into the back of you. On to lap 4 now then, where there's contact up in front there between Limitless and Danny into turn 9, I think that is. And yeah, and now Joe's all over the back of him as well then, and that has allowed us to catch her up as well. So yeah, side by side then between Joe and Limitless, and looks like the Rebel has just about got through there. As up in front of us there's a car off there, I think it's Reynolds in the Force India, and in fact the other Force India of Brown is going to look up our inside here into the penultimate corner, and he is through and into 12th place, so we immediately gained that position. Well, we gained that position and immediately lost it, so yeah, we'll see if we can get it back here. Then we're still alongside in towards the final corner. We're on the inside then. Looks like we may have got it, as he sort of outbraked himself there, but then we have so little traction on the exit there, just completely lighting up the rears, and yeah, we lose that position again. And yeah, we'll see what we can do then towards turn 1 if everyone's going to maybe go deep, and in fact it is what they do. We managed to take a good line there, and we may have Brown here. Limitless took sort of a late apex back there, managed to cover us off, but yeah, it looks like Brown managed to get the inside line in for turn 2 and keep that position. But yeah, it's certainly a good chance for us there. And up towards turn 4 now then, we're quite cautious down on the brakes, doing another repeat of what we nearly, the instant we nearly had with Joe there, but that does allow Pineco now to overtake us then, and yeah, demote us down to 14th for the time being. And yeah, on to lap 5 now then, and in fact it is now time to pit, and unfortunately, well, what with us being behind, we are going to now have to queue up then, because obviously Cryo came in as well. But I do think this is probably the right decision though, just because yeah, I think we'll probably lose less time like queuing for a second in the pit lane, rather than trying to tiptoe around on the slick tyres, because as you saw there, the DRS is disabled. So yeah, well, I think it's only time for the intermediate tyres at this point, so yeah, I sort of just had to sit back there really there. And I think actually he lost a lot of time there just from being in the last garage of the pit lane, because yeah, I don't think he should have still been in his pit box when we sort of arrived there. So I think he lost a fair bit of time there as well, and we've lost the position then to Reynolds there. And on to lap 6 now then, well, later on in lap 6, and Reynolds has gone off in the same place again then, so that's allowed us to retake the place. But then we've gone well way too deep into there, and that's allowed him to just get a cut back as soon as he comes back on the track. And yeah, he's back through and into 14th position. Still some people to pit then, some people who didn't fancy queuing up, and we'll see if we gain any places on them then. I think there was LGS who was behind us, he was stayed out, so hopefully we should be back ahead of him then as we come across the line now then. And yeah, there is a car still in the pits then of, and it is indeed LGS, so we do retake that position then. We're back up to 14th position, so yeah, we'll see what we can do. But yeah, sad to say that it is once again really the same old story for us in the wet conditions, but Reynolds does go off yet again there, so that allows us to go back up to 13th. But there is a bit of a gap in front of us now, and yeah, it really is, as I was saying, just the same old story for us in the wet conditions, just no pace at all. And yeah, we've got Limitless and Reynolds behind us, and I don't know really what happened to Limitless. I think he must have had wing damage, because he lost so much time in the pit stop. I mean, he was sort of down out of the points anyway, but yeah, he was ahead of us before the pit stop, so I think he must have had some sort of wing damage or something. But yeah, we managed to defend the inside line then into the penultimate corner, and yeah, maintain a position for now. But yeah, as I was saying, it seems to happen over and over again every time it rains. Just no pace compared to anyone else, which is really frustrating. I mean, we're not particularly fast in the dry anyway, but in the wet, it's just we have no chance. And yeah, I sort of brake late there just because I didn't really want to like brake early or like when I thought was right time and have Limitless running to the back of me there. So yeah, for once I wasn't cautious and I lost 2 positions from it, so that was nice. But by lap 11 actually, it was already time for the wet tyres, and yeah, you don't often see the wet tyres like actually be used in wet races on this game, because like the inters can sort of last well. You can still get some good lap time out of them, and yeah, like in a lot of races they can last like a lot of the race distance. So yeah, you can sort of just stay on them. But I mean, mine were quite worn anyway, so I had to sort of pit anyway. Unfortunately, lockdown was in on that lap as well, but really there should be no reason why they could have. Well, they couldn't have just done a normal time pit stop there, to be honest. And yeah, I wonder if Codemasters will ever fix that. Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z, I guess. But yeah, on to lap 13 now then, and we'll see if we have managed to jump Limitless then, because he was one of the people who stayed out, and in fact we have then. So yeah, we've gained a place back then on him, but yeah, I can't imagine we'll be hanging on to it for too long though. And yeah, on to lap 15 though, we did manage to maintain it for a couple of laps, but yeah, I think once again here, just going a bit too deep there into turn 1, and yeah, he's going to get alongside us then. We'll see if we can hang on if we can. We did have the inside line there for turn 2, and we are going to maintain a position now. But yeah, I think it's only a matter of time really before he gets moved down. And later on in the lap there, we have a little bit of a moment there in, I think, turn 8. And yeah, he's now going to go the inside then into turn 9, and through he goes into 14th position. And that sort of finally demotes us back to where we started then. Not really sure what happened to Morse in this race. He was quite a way off in qualifying and the race, so I don't really know what happened to him here. But yeah, he was quite a way off for some reason, which is a bit of a surprise. And yeah, on to lap 21 then. It wasn't really time for inters here, but I had to roll the dice really just to try something to gain some places back. And yeah, I came in quite early then for the intermediate tyres, and I don't think it was really the right decision, to be honest, because it still looked quite wet out here, and yeah, still a lot of puddles. But yeah, by lap 23 you can see it was sort of the right time. But yeah, you can see Limitless is on the inters now, and he's well ahead of us. So yeah, that didn't work out for us at all well there, unfortunately. And yeah, just unfortunately it is yet another race where we have no pace at all in the rain. And it's quite frustrating really, because I do practice in the rain, but yeah, I just don't seem to be as quick as anyone else. So really got to try and get that sorted for F1 2018, as our DRS breaks seconds from the line, and we cross the line then in 15th position, and no points now in for 5 races. So yeah, we really need to sort of get out of this rut, because it just goes on and on and on, unfortunately. But Evo takes another win then, and that actually delayed the Flying Finn taking the championship at this race, and he could have done it here if he had won the race. But yeah, Evo managed to beat him to victory, and yeah, it goes on to Japan now then. And yeah, I believe the Flying Finn actually has delayed his holiday so that he can ensure that he gets the title wrapped up in Japan. So yeah, I mean, that is dedication really, to sort of push back a holiday just to make sure you can still fight for the title, because I don't think he would have been able to make any more races this season. So yeah, yeah, he can't follow his dedication there. And yeah, it should be interesting to see what happens in Japan now then. Yeah, see if Evo can keep it going. I mean, it'll be very difficult too, because I think that the Flying Finn has an almost unassailable lead, even with sort of Evo sort of hanging on in there. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens. And yeah, I'm looking forward to Japan, because it is my favourite track on the calendar. Well, whatever happens, I just hope we have a clean race there. I do feel that this is like maybe the one race that, if it does rain, I may actually be competitive at. So we'll have to see what happens. I've probably just jinxed it now. But yeah, I just really hope we have a clean race, because it is my favourite track on the calendar, and it's probably like the best chance we're going to have out of the final 3 races to score some points. So yeah, hopefully we can get it, get some points there, and yeah, have something to cheer about. after, yeah, a few very bad races for us. But yeah, I'll see you for that one then. Hope you enjoy this one. Thanks for watching. See you then. Goodbye.